Hello and welcome back to the new video of the Java tutorial series. So in our previous video, we have started seeing circular linked list, and we have seen the theoretical part of the circular linked list, and we have understood what is circular linked list and how we can implement it. All right. So in this video, we will be start coding with a circular linked list, and in this video, we will be creating a circular linked list and know how to create a circular linked list. Okay, so for that, let me just create one visual representation of the circular linked list so that you can understand more clearly. Okay, so again, we can implement circular linked list in two ways using circular singly linked list and circular doubly linked list, meaning that you can convert a singly linked list into a circular singly linked list, and you can convert a doubly linked list into a circular doubly linked list. The difference is only between the you have to keep the two pointers. All right, if you are implementing the doubly linked list, circular doubly linked list, then you have to keep the track of previous and next. And if you are implementing just a singly circular linked list, then you have to keep a track of only the next pointer. Okay, next address of the node, okay, inside the this. And one more thing, after that this will get connected to the first node. So as we know, we have one head and we have tail. All right, and the head representing to the first node of the linked list, and tail representing the last node of the linked list. So it's like an linked list. We will be implementing the singly circular linked list. You can try the doubly circular linked list by your own. Okay, so look at here. We have one singly linked list. Okay, this is the first node, second node, third node, and fourth node. So to make it as a circular linked list, circular singly linked list, we just have to keep the track of tail dot next, or we have to assign the value of tail dot next to the head. That means it will create one circular list. Okay, so we are going from first node, second node, third node to fourth node. Again we can come back to the first node, so it making a circular linked list. Okay, so this is how we can create a circular linked list. So let me go into my IDE and we create one circular linked list over here. Okay, so I was in my IDE, and let me just right click here and create a Java class. So as you have seen in our singly linked list and doubly linked list, we need a node to create a linked list. All right, so let me create one node for the circular linked list. So let me create the class name as node c dot java. So this will represent our node, one node inside a list. Okay, so for the circular linked list, we are implementing circular singly linked list, so that's why we required data part and one uh, one next variable of type node c itself, which will carry the address of the next node inside the list, and we want the constructor for this class, and this constructor will take the input as the data from the user, and it will just simply assign that data to the data that we have declared over here. Okay, and we'll assign next is equal to null. All right, so this is the node c dot java file that we are using. Okay, so now after creating the node, I want to create one file where I can perform all the operations regarding to the circular linked list. All right, so let me call it as circular linked list dot. Okay, so here I created it. So since we are getting the input from the user, so we do require the scanner class also. So let me just go ahead and import my scanner class. I will write import, sorry for typo, import java dot util dot scanner. So after importing the scanner class, I do require my main method to execute this code, and we will implement this main method later. And just I will do for declaration part first. So we are taking inputs in a multiple method. So I will declare the object of the scanners class globally. Okay, so it's public static scanner sc equals to new scanner system.in. All right, so we have declared the object of the scanner class as well, and now we have to declare those two variables of type node C representing the head and tail, which is the first and last node of the linked list respectively. Okay, so we will write public static, then those are of type node C, and we require the head and tail. Okay, so this is also done. Now we are good to go to write those methods. So in this video we'll be creating a circular linked list, so that's why I will write uh, comment create a circular linked list. CLL is circular linked list. Okay, so this method should be public and static one, because we are calling that method inside the our main method, which is static as well. Okay, so and since we are making the list and we have to return a node that is the head of the list, so that's why we are returning a node. So the return type should be node C, and the method name I will call it as make list, because we are creating a new list. Okay, and just create the method. Okay, so initially the my head should point to null, since we are making a new list, so the head and tail should point to the null. And okay, and after that I will just print enter the data in the list, enter the data in the list. Alright, so I will just write it over like this. So and after that I will declare one int data variable, and I will take it a input from the user. And after taking this input from the user, I will just write one while loop, and while my data is not equals to -1, until that I will run this while loop. And after getting inside this while loop, I will create a node which I need to insert inside my linked list. Okay, I will call it that node as new node C, which is a new node of circular linked list, and will equals to new node. And so we have to pass the data to the constructor of that node C class. We will pass the data that we have taken input from the line user from in line number 12. Okay, so after creating the node, we'll check one if condition. If my tail is equals to null, if that is the case, my tail is equal to null, in that case I will just write head is equals to new node C, and we'll write our tail is also equals to new node C. Okay, so what I have done is, and one more thing, we write new node C dot next is equals to head. Okay, so when my tail is equals to null, that means it is the first node that we are trying to insert our list into our list. And for the first node, we don't have to do anything extra. We just assign the head to the new node and tail to the new node. Both the head and tail will point to the first node of the list, because there is only one node inside the list at this time only. And we'll write new node dot next is equal to head. Since we are making the circular linked list, if this is the node that is uh, there inside the list, then it should there this next should point to this node itself. Then and then only it will make the circular motion in the linked list. Okay, so for that we have written over here. And if my tail is not equals to null, then we'll go inside the else part. That means there are some nodes which are already present inside my list, and then in that case we'll just simply write tail dot next is equals to new node. We'll update the tails value, or we make that connection between the previous node and the new node we are trying to insert. And after that we will write the update the tails value to the new node C, because we have to move the tail, and after moving the tail we will write the tail dot next should now point to the head of the list. By writing the line number 22, we are again making that circular motion inside our linked list. Okay, so after doing this, we will again take the data from the user, uh, and we will continue implementing this while loop until the user is satisfied and entered -1, uh, just to represent that user have done creating the list and user want to exit from this loop. Okay, and after creating all this, we will just return the head of the list, that is our linked list. Okay, so now if I go inside my main function, and I will just write node node C, which is the head, and I have to get this method is returning the head that I have to capture over here. I will capture over here, and I will write a make list. I will call that make list function over here, and if everything goes fine, this should not give me any errors after running this. Let's hope it will not throw error, and let's run this. Okay, so it is asking for me to enter the data, so let me just go ahead and enter the data over here. Let me write 1 2 3 4 5 6. I can enter as many data as I want, and after once I satisfied from entering the data, I will just simply write -1, so I will get exit from the code, because after line number 30 there is no line that we are executing. Okay, so this is pretty much idea behind the circular linked list, how to make a circular linked list, how circular linked list works. Okay, so in our upcoming video we will see how we can print this circular linked list. Okay, so the printing part is tough because there is no uh, null to the tails dot next, because we are always telling that tails dot next should always point to the head. So we are making the circular linked list, so we have to somehow figure out how we can manage to stop at which point and how we can predict the end of the list. So okay, so we'll see that in our next video, where we will be seeing how we can print the circular linked list. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.